Oh, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Before I say anything in this video, I just want to go on and tell you that this might be lengthy, could be pretty long, and I also want to let you know that this isn't planned, like scripted or anything. So if I stop thinking of something to say, um, just bear with me. I'll probably continue talking. Anyway, this will be just a little story about my life as a gamer, and I think this story is pretty inspirational. Um, in the sense that I was bullied a lot as a kid, and I think gaming was really an outlet for me, and it really kept me going through really hard times. So I was born with something called cerebral palsy. Uh, if you don't know what cerebral palsy is, it's a mental slash physical, I believe, disorder. It can affect either or. Um, and for me, it was mostly physical, and it was in the sense that my left side, I don't know if you can really see. I don't know where the camera is pointing. I can't, this is my right hand, the good side, and this is my left hand, and I can't really move any of these at the same time. Like these are all pretty much synchronated, and my thumb always is pretty much tucked in. And so gaming for me was hard, and something that happened 3 days ago really inspired me. And I had been gaming ever since I could remember, but I'd only played console games until like 2 or 3 years ago. But something inspired me, and I was walking in my little brother's room because I was grabbing something or whatever, and I saw my old PS2 that I'd given him, and he doesn't really play it anymore. It's just kind of hidden away in the corner, and inside of it was my memory card, and in that memory card was all my original games that I played when I was a child. And I decided, I plugged it in, and I found two things that really inspired me, and it was my original copy, my original save of Ratchet and Clank. That game was a baller game, and then the other Insomniac game I played as a child, actually two others. There was Sly, the original Sly game, Sly, Thievius Raccoonus, and then there was Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Orb, the Precursor something, and those three game files, and it brought tears to my eye because I remember, because the save files were like 2001 and 2002 and 2003, and I was only like 3 and 4 then, so I was like, well, I didn't know that I was gaming this long. I had no real recollection of it, so excuse me. But and something about that really just made me like super happy and super sad at the same time, and inspired me to say, well, I'm disabled, you know, I had to adapt so much through gaming, and I challenged myself. I had pretty much mastered console games. I mastered PS2. I mastered Xbox. I mastered Xbox 360. And 3 years ago, I said, well, that's not it's not the big thing. The big thing is StarCraft, and the big thing is League of Legends. 3 years ago, League of Legends should have been released. I didn't play it until about 2 years ago. So, and I want to learn how to play computer games. And my family, they were like, oh, how you, how's that gonna work? I mean, how are you, like, does that require a lot of use of your left and right hand? And I was like, yeah, I can control the mouse fine with my right hand, but the left hand, this was pretty tricky, and and I was all determined from the start, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I started, and I had no idea what I was in for, and I failed. I got bronze, I was bronze. I was awful at League of Legends, and I was like, wow, well, I mean, this is dumb. I'm just gonna go back to console games. And a few weeks before I really was gonna say, I was like, okay, I'll give myself another week, and if I keep derping, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna go back to console games. It's where I belong. And that's not true by any means. Once I learn PC, this is where it's at. Master Race, awesome. And before I was like looking over videos trying to improve myself. Day 9 was a great idol. Husky StarCraft. They were teaching me the ways of the StarCraft Gosu Pro. I watched a lot of Idra, even though he was pretty BM. I loved watching Idra streams, and and eventually I saw this video of this my true and he's like hero to me, Matthew Fink. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll link his Twitter and you can check him out. This is Matthew Fink, or Looknohands, and he was born without a spleen, and that caused an infection at a young age. And at 18 months, I believe, they had to remove all 4 of his limbs. He was left with nubs for hands and legs. He was bound to a wheelchair, and he played he talked about his life and how he'd been playing games for I don't know how long, and just something about that made me so like. When I watched the video, I was like, "Well, this guy's diamond." And at that time, diamond was the highest you could go in League of Legends. There was no masters. You couldn't get there. That was myth. That was fable. And he was diamond, and I was like, well, that's not right. No, I can do that then, right? And I said, okay, you know what, PC, I'm not giving you up yet. And I played, and with all this inspiration, I really adapted. I thought outside of the box. Before, I was having real trouble. I was just using mouse. I was like, I'm gonna stay away from the keyboard. And I was like, well, you know what, this guy, he uses his keyboard and he plays faster than I do. I'm going to the keyboard. And I did, and I really adapted fast. I didn't think I would adapt that fast, but I guess me being a gamer my whole life, adapting wasn't exactly a hard thing to do. And I did, and I got really good at the game, and I got up to gold, and that's where I'm kind of sitting now. Been switching between League and StarCraft, and just something about that, just that one memory card that brought back all of these memories of me, mastering games. Because in a sense, I feel like esports. I'm a huge esports follower. I love following League of Legends. I love following StarCraft. I'm all over Team Liquid. I'm pretty big, following, LCS. I follow it all, and I love gaming. It's a passion. I've been doing it for I don't know how long, and it's what I truly love. And I see people who are saying, well, I like gaming, but I'm not that good at it. I don't think I'll ever be. How can I be that good? And I say, dude, you have movable fingers. I play with a thumb and, my right hand. What's your excuse? You go home, you practice, and I think that I've been a real inspiration, in a sense, um, to certain people, like my friends, of course. Not like I'm a huge inspiration. I'm, everybody's inspiration. And something about that just made me like super happy, and you're gonna see a light because I'm turning my monitor back on, and I was just checking the time. And so I just want to say to all of you out there who are like, well, what can I do? Like, what I'm a scrub. If you want to get better at something, anything in general, you just gotta get up and do it, okay? Because there is nothing, excuse me, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your goal. I don't care if you want to be naked in space. First person naked in space. You know what? You go out there and you do it, okay? Just don't fly into space on, like, permission without a plan, because that would be pretty bad. But if you think that you're ever at a disadvantage, then don't, because there's people. I thought I was worse. I thought as a kid that like nobody had it worse than I did, and then I looked up, and there was just so many disabled gamers that that were there, and I was like, wow, I'm not the only one. I feel so I feel so special, and I still do, in the sense that there's still not a lot, but damn, I'm one of them, and I just made it really cool. So if you ever feel like depressed about like your level at something you do, just work hard, improvise, adapt is what I really learned. And you know what? Just go for it. Keep fighting, because nothing can stop you from doing what you love if you truly love it. Um, that was a good quote. Can we quote that? All right. Nothing can stop you. Huh. Well, what about being naked in space, assholes? Anyway, sorry, I'm really sarcastic. And anyway, so I just want to let you know that was my little story. I don't know, them feels, I guess. I'm not that kind of, I'm gonna make you like super depressed because I'm disabled and you shouldn't be. You should live your life better just because I'm disabled. Like, live your life for me. No, I can live the same life you can. It doesn't really matter. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm super tired. And thanks anybody for watching this. If you watched to the end, I love you especially. And if a lot of people even watch this, I don't know, I might post it on Reddit. If you're watching from Reddit, I love you. Make sure to follow my Twitter. Yeah, and I'll give you my personal email if you have any questions, or if you can just ask questions on Twitter if you want. I'll link that below as well. Also, if you wanna play like League of Legends with me, I play League of Legends or StarCraft. You can hit me up on that too. I'll throw down my names for all those, and yeah, you can hit me up. I have no problem with that. And I just want to say thanks, guys, for watching, and hope you enjoyed. And I really hope that you can learn something from the examples. Examples. That was kind of a dick thing to say. The examples we've set for you. Just learn something from our stories as disabled gamers. And I just want to say thanks a lot. I love you all, and thanks for watching. That's all I can say. I love you.